Hi there, I'm Jennifer from my-colorado-kitchen.com. Today we're going to be making some fluffy sourdough pancakes. These are going to ferment overnight, so we're going to start by mixing up that mixture to ferment overnight. We're going to take 2 cups of organic, unbleached, all-purpose flour. The beauty of this recipe is you can put everything in one bowl, mix it up, let it sit overnight. It's so easy and you don't need multiple bowls to make this. Next, we'll add 1 1/4 cup of milk. The next thing I'm going to add is my sourdough starter. You can use discard starter or active starter. I'm happening to use active starter as this is a starter I fed last night and so it's ready to mix up. If you want more from scratch recipes for everyday cooking using real whole ingredients, then hit that subscribe button. I post 2 new recipes each week. Also, some no-fuss sourdough recipes are in there too. If you're new to sourdough, I will post the link to my sourdough starter guide. Check that out, it's super easy. It'll teach you how to start a sourdough starter from scratch and then maintain it. The next thing I'm going to add is a 1/2 cup of plain Greek yogurt. These fluffy sourdough pancakes are my all-time favorite. They are fluffy, they are moist, they are just so amazing. I love how thick they are. I promise you, you'll fall in love with them just like I have. Next, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of the organic cane sugar. And lastly, for this overnight ferment, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then I'm gonna use my dough whisk. I will link one in the description below if you don't have one. And then I'm just gonna mix this up. I find the dough whisk is just the easiest to break through all of those ingredients. You don't need to over mix this. It is just so you can incorporate everything together. And then after it's mixed up, we're gonna let it sit on our counter to ferment. Usually I mix this up like on a Friday night. I let it ferment overnight, and then I will make them in the morning. You can certainly do it any day of the week by any means, and as long as they ferment about 8 to 12 hours, that'll be just perfect. This is a thicker dough, so don't be alarmed when you're stirring it up, as it will be thicker than like a boxed pancake mix. And once it's all mixed up, I'll just put my lid on and then I'll let it ferment overnight. In the morning or after that 8 to 12 hours of fermentation time, then we're going to take our dough. So you can see it is definitely gone up. It's a little bubbly because it's been fermented overnight. We're going to take that, we're going to add a few more ingredients to it. So we're going to add 2 large eggs. I really like to use the pasture-raised organic eggs as they just have such better nutrients. We're gonna add 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. And then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Just make sure you get the baking powder with no aluminum added. Then we're gonna take our dough whisk and we're gonna stir this all together. While we're getting this all prepared, make sure that you have heated up your skillet, whether you're going to use an actual like 12-inch round skillet or if you're going to use a griddle. I happen to be heating up a cast iron griddle back here, and we're going to use that to cook those pancakes on. I do not love to use non-stick griddles as they have the PUFAs in them, the forever chemicals that once you scratch it, those are released and it's just so not good for us. And again, just another reminder, this is a thicker dough, so it's gonna feel a little bit different, but it's gonna come together beautifully and you're gonna have the most beautiful fluffy pancakes. Okay, and then once our dough is all mixed up, then we're going to take it over to our hot skillet. We're going to cook those pancakes. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is add some butter to that cast iron skillet, to that griddle, which I'll link my griddle in the description below. I'll also link my butter dish because I absolutely love this butter dish. It's cute and I love that it's like a bowl, which I didn't think I would, but it is fantastic. So I'll link that as well. Then you're gonna take a 1/4 cup measuring cup. You're going to dip that in the batter and you're going to do a 1/4 cup of batter per pancake. I like to do like a heaping 1/4 cup, and then this recipe makes about 12 pancakes. On that first side, you're going to let them cook for about 3 minutes. You're going to see the bubbles in them, and then you're also going to see the edges getting a little bit harder. That's when you know that you're ready to flip them. These are a thick pancake, so you wanna make sure that you give it time to cook. So don't cook them on too high of a heat and don't try to rush them, because otherwise that middle is still gonna be uncooked and no one wants that on their pancakes. While that first batch is cooking, I just grabbed my warming mat and I'm gonna turn that on so it's nice and warm, so when I pull that first batch of pancakes off, I can set them on this warming mat and then they will stay warm until the whole pancakes are done or my whole breakfast is done. Usually I fry up some scrambled egg or some bacon to go with it, whatever you like to make it a whole complete breakfast. Once that first batch is done, I'm gonna bring them over to my warming tray and just let them sit there so they stay warm. Then I'll cook my second batch. And once those pancakes are all cooked, then it's time to serve. So I usually like to take a pancake or two. My husband likes to put a fried egg on top and eat it with some maple syrup. I personally love just a little bit of butter and then some of my berry sauce. Whatever way that you want to do this is just great. I will link my berry sauce recipe in the description below. But there you have it. Thank you guys so much for making some fluffy sourdough pancakes with me. I really hope you enjoy these as much as I do. So great for our gut with that sourdough, and then they are just delicious. Enjoy them on a lazy, beautiful Saturday morning. If you like this recipe, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I post 2 new recipes each week. Give it that thumbs up and then hit that bell so you never miss a recipe. For the full printable recipe details, those are on my website at my-colorado-kitchen.com, or I'll link them in the description below. From my kitchen to yours, happy cooking! Perfect.